Yummy, yummy, yummy in my tummy. I have eaten too many snacks and I'm gonna puke. I'm just joking, guys. It's just I don't know. It's just a tangent that I just wanted to make, because power eating, while it is something that some people, such as myself, are capable of, it is not something I would highly recommend anyone doing. But here we are, another delicious Wednesday for us to discuss Kamen Rider Gavv, episode 34, the Great 100 Gochizo Operation. Yes, we have to eat so much food, we have to consume so many calories, we have to produce 100 Gochizo just to make ends meet. Well. Uh, let's get right into this episode. But before we do, I want to thank everyone on behalf of Morphin Network for watching us live, as well as commenting on to our channel even when we're no longer live. Thank you guys for watching us or listening to us while you're just chilling, studying, at the gym, doing whatever else you have. But your participation will always be greatly appreciated because we only need 100 more subscribers on YouTube to make 3,000 subscribers. That's right. Much like how Shoma needs 100 Gochizos, we need 100 more subscribers. um, but yes. So yeah, that's basically the drawback of using the Gotcha Pod. You need 100 freaking Gochizos. And yeah, turns out Shoma didn't defeat the centipede dude. He just he survived, and yeah, I was like, "Oh, don't worry. I'll make some modifications." Wow, I can't believe the Red Gov was actually efficient at something. I was expecting it to fail miserably. Good job, Dente. I expected nothing less from you. Yeah, nothing more about the villains up until the big fight scene later on. And speaking of villains, let's talk about the Stomach Family briefly because outside of one very specific scene towards the end of the episode, we're not going to see them again. So let's just get that scene out of the way before we focus on the main plot. Um so Glotta is really pissed at Lisel for one, stealing her little brother, and two, stealing her company. And it's like B word, what is your game? Um Elfheim Online. You did not just this is not something witty. In fact, it's quite dull. And right before she could probably lay a finger on her, Sheeta? Wait, you're not Sheeta. G? What the? Like, like for for real? Like the look on Glotta's face.
What the hell is that?
Like little bro is dressed up as little sis. That's freaking creepy. Like we're talking sleepaway camp type of creepy. Where like turns out Angela was really her brother disguised as Angela. Ooh, ooh. And yes, he switches back. It's like Lisselle was there for me when you weren't. And Lisselle's like, yeah, Glotta. Besides, we all know that you're the most indecisive person in the entire group. We know that Nielv is working with us, and so is Jeeb. Longo, he's kind of against us, but he can't do squat about it because family comes first. But what do you bring to the table? What do you plan on doing about everything? And Glottis just like having like an existential crisis, and rightfully so. It's like I never imagined I would feel bad for Glotta of all people, but dang, I feel bad for Glada, of all people. You know, part of me feels like none of this bad stuff would be happening if everyone was just nicer to Shoma when they were younger. I feel like if everyone was just nicer to Shoma, somehow things would be different. Somehow. I know for one thing, Sheeta would still be alive. Jeeb would not end up joining Lascelles in marriage out of desperation. And the Jaludek family would not be in control over Stomach Incorporated. Either way, that little kid is one massive psycho. But yes, so the main plot of the episode is while Shoma does need to get 100 more Gochizos in order to make sure that Gachapod is ready to use in case if Centipede Dude shows up again. Yeah, we don't have any more snacks because Dante ate all of it in order to recover. And yes, Shoma immediately noticed that his teeth are missing, and of course he says, "Oh no, it's because of cavities." And even like Sachika tries to cover for him. I'm like, "Oh man, this is killing me on the inside." It just hurts. Knowing what's gonna happen with Dente, because the dude ripped his own teeth out just to like make this thing. Like, would you rip out your own teeth for your own nephew? Not a lot of people would. Like, and humans have 32 sets of teeth, so he had to have ripped out so if he had the same number of teeth as a human, that means that he would have had to have ripped out 26 of them, assuming he had all 32 of them. But it's like Sachika's upset with Dente for eating all the candy because Shoma needs it right now, but also she's completely understanding that it's her fault. She gave him permission to eat all the candy because the dude was practically dying. Shoma goes to like a candy store and tries to buy up as much candy as he can, but then he decides not to because a little kid also wants some of the candy, and it's like, I can't hog up all the candy for myself. It's like, oh man, good guy Shoma. Like, oh my god, this is a character moment for Shoma, and it's so adorable. This is why Shoma is a much more likable character than Ichinose, because Ichinose would be nice just to be nice. Shoma's being nice because it's like he totally understands what he's sacrificing by being nice to people, as we've discussed in episodes 4 and 5. And it's like, oh man, it's like, here's the issue with nice people as opposed to kind people. If the niceness doesn't come from a certain antecedent or building towards a certain consequence, the nature of the niceness is incredibly dubious. Like we know why Shoma's nice. Like, he's been in a world of pain, and he doesn't want others to suffer. And he knows that by being nice, he's making someone else happy, but he's risking his own life in doing so because he won't be able to make as many Gochizos by giving this kid some of the candy that he was planning on taking. So, like, this is like a genuine like risk and consequence for being nice. Ichinose, like, he's nice just for the sake of being nice. It's like, it's not really clear why he chooses to be nice. It doesn't really show any consequence for him being nice. It's like, oh, he's nice to not Lachesis. He's nice to Clotho one time, but what does she do? She becomes more evil, and then like in her final episode, she's like, "Oh, I've wanted to be more like you, and I'll say it again. Since when? Since when? Because this whole time you're being the opposite of what Ichinose is like. And again, it's like, can you trust someone being nice just because they're being nice? It's like, yeah, like me, I'm nice all the time to a lot of people, but the thing is, like, there's reasoning behind it. I've went through experiences that motivate me to being nicer to people, and when people get to know me, they have a better understanding of why I am the way that I am. I'm not a two-dimensional nice guy. It's like, and again, it's not about being nice, it's about being kind. There's a difference between the two. Like, Ichinose is a nice person, but you can't really tell that he's being a kind person. Not like, it's like you assume he's a nice you assume he's a kind person because he's the main character and he's being nice to everyone, but why? Shoma, he's both nice and kind, and you could tell he's being kind because there is some kind of personal sacrifice he's making in order to bring joy to others, which feels completely different from Ichinose. It's like, like you met what's it called, Hopper one time as a kid and immediately forgot about it, and that's your whole motivation. The only reason you're friends with Hopper one, let's be completely honest, is just because he looks cute, little grasshopper character. But let's be honest, if you had that one umbrella licking yokai thing from the Kurama Village episode, if that was your first exposure to a Kemi, you probably would not like the sight of Kemis very much. Or if it was like one of the mythical or ancient Kemis, like one of the scary looking ones, the ones that look like dragons, like Bahamut. Like, those are pretty intense looking Kemis. I don't think a little kid. I mean, some kids might think they're cool, but definitely intimidating looking if they're not already inside their cards. But Shoma, it's like he knows that he needs this candy, but he can't use all of it. I know that's a big tangent I went into. But yeah, turns out Sachika, Alakia, and Hanto are all like working together to like cook as much snacks as possible, like from hand, in order to feed Shoma. And like we got a cotton candy machine, we got waffles, we got more birthday cake pancakes, and you could tell it's birthday cake pancakes. I saw the sprinkles. Oh man, and it's hard to pick on a specific snack to work on. But unfortunately, Centipede Dude starts attacking a college building, and so yeah, Lakia and Hanto like really need to like try their best to like hold them off while they try to make as many Gochizos, and they're still short by a few. There's still a few short, and Shoma doesn't know why. And Sachika comes to the epiphany. It's because when you used to eat candy, when you used to eat snacks, you ate snacks out of passion. Now you eat it for the sake of eating. It's like you're not doing it out of the joy for it. And it's true. When you're eating just to eat, you don't appreciate the food as much. And it's cool that we get this whole flashback of like all the different snacks that he got to eat. From that gummy in that first episode, the potato chips with Sachika's friend, the bushel de Noel, the donuts, like so many options. So we get three final snacks for Shoma to consume. The first of which are almond cookies. Very tiny, very crunchy. Not a fan. Not because of the almond, but because it's crunchy. I like my cookies chewy. I know that's just I know that's a difference of preference. And next we got ohagi, which is a Japanese red bean pastry. I don't eat red beans, so that's not a pastry that I would personally eat. But then we get the mother of all snacks, crepes. That's right, we got crepes, which I did cook myself. It's it's a French variant of the pastry. Its main ingredient is buckwheat. Um, and it was actually first introduced in, if I recall, it was in 472 AD. Because it was sort of like it was sort of a Christmas type of dessert, and it was given to Pope Gelasius as an offering, as a sacramental bread. So basically, it's like, like the whole, like, oh, the body of Christ thing. Here's your communion wafer. It's like we needed something to use as a variant of that, and we ended up with crepes. And it's used with a lot of dessert options. Like you could put fruit in there, you could put whipped cream, Nutella. In the French cuisine, it's usually folded up like this into a triangular pattern, so you could just like eat it by hand. I made my own berry jam to go with this, and I have to say it's pretty good. Now, I did a bit of a variation. I did not use wheat or sugar in mine. I mainly used almond flour, almond water, and cream cheese to make the batter. Still uses eggs though. Now, as for the jam, I just use fruit and sweetener substitute in order to make the jam. The jam tastes amazing though. It's phenomenal. And yeah, Shoma, when he's eating his crepes, it's like he's on a merry-go-round for some reason. And these three snacks are all he needed to make the last three Gochizos necessary to make the gachapon work. Meanwhile, Hanto and Lakia are getting their butts kicked. Even Lakia using his jelly form, and Hanto using his frappe form. It's still not enough to defeat this guy, and Hanto even ends up demorphing, and he has to go the rest of the battle fighting while completely unmorphed. I'm like, this dude is taking it like a champ, and I respect that. Yeah, I got plenty more crepes where that came from. So yeah, nice and thin. But yeah. So Shoma finally arrives, being the epic, awesome dude that he is. Summons the gotcha pod. You got the jelly beans flying all over the place. You got those awesome purple eyes that he's supposed to have, and yeah, he turns into Overgov, and he tries to use his finisher on Centipede dude, but well, if you're familiar with the Cell Saga, you know what's up. He's too muscular, which makes him too slow. He's having a hard time hitting the dude. And which means that now it's up to freaking Hanto and Lakia to well, can you do a full Nelson? Vegeta, why? No, I'm just kidding. It's Raditz. It's like, no, a full Nelson, my one weakness. And yeah, so like our two supporting heroes, they just like hold the dude down so that he could just get one clean shot. And when he does, one punch, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, so that ends up killing the centipede dude, but it also causes all three of them to be completely unmorphed, and it also means that the Gachupod is no longer usable, and not until he uses another 100 Gochizo. And I'm like, well, let's hope that no one shows up to fight our heroes anytime soon. Dente returns to his cave, thinking back on what an amazing day he had. All of his beloved friends, Shoma, Sachika, Hanto, Lakia, all together making snacks. And Dente remarks that, Shoma doesn't need me anymore. He's already the richest kid in the world. He has friends. I'm gonna be honest. Dente's death probably hit harder than a lot of character deaths in the Reiwa era. I'm speechless. This is a character I actually really liked. And it hurts to have to say goodbye to him. It's like he fell for his nephew. Like he valued this kid, who's not even a full breed, so much that he turned on his entire family, his entire legacy to support this kid. Even after being offered to return back to his family, he still said, no, I'm here for Shoma. That hit really hard. And this also means that this is, as of this moment, at this very moment, Shoma lost the last family member that isn't an asshole. Now, the only family Shoma has is the chosen family of his friends, both human and Granute alike. And what's really sad is Sachika probably already knows that Dente is going to die. And she probably can't bring herself to tell Shoma the truth. And it makes me wonder how he's going to respond when he finds out. Because sooner or later, he will know that Dente passed away. Meanwhile, with the Stomach family, we just have like a board meeting, and of course, President Желудок just remarks at like how effective the dark candy is, and he makes Nielv the head of research. That's right, Nielv switched sides from the Stomach family to the Желудок family. And he says it's all for his own research. Meanwhile, the other two members of the Stomach family are given an ultimatum. It's like, I approve you to make me more dark candy. I want you to make me 10 million units. How are we supposed to get enough humans to do that? I will leave that to you. You will be properly reimbursed for it. And he just walks off. while Lysel just revels in the moment that the stomach family is under her foot. Lango has to make a resolution. Next week's episode, Longo is gonna have to go out and get 10 million units of human presses. How is he gonna do that? We'll see in the next episode. And apparently involves getting a plane full of people. That's Kuga territory, if I'm being honest. This episode, 10 out of 10 for me. I love that we're introduced not only to one but three different snacks, and this is a requiem for Dente's character. I love that Shoma has to reevaluate why he enjoys eating snacks. I love that the teamwork that Lakia and Hanto have achieved in the last couple of episodes, because they were at each other's throats not too long ago. Now they're really working together pretty well. Granted, not well enough to defeat a bitter Gavv cookie form, but it's cool to see that they're working together. And of course, much like Shoma needs the support of 100 Gochizos, so too does he need the support of all of his friends. It's just really sad that Dente has now parted. Now, in the last couple of weeks, I already knew that this was going to happen. It's just sad to see it happen once it's happened. With that, I give this episode a 10. What score would you give this batch of episodes? So, we got our lovely crepes right over here to enjoy as we read the comments. So, shall we take a look at what you, our lovely audience, have to say? I can't wait to see what snack you cooked up this week. Well, it's crepes. I made crepes. Honestly, those are really fun tangents for the season. Oh, thank you. I wonder what Zets will be about, and if you'll make tangents for those too. Well, really depends on the theme of the season, because it's not really that easy to make a tangent for chemis. So, but I will say this though. It will be the 55th anniversary of Kamen Rider. So, while I'm not going to do any anniversary files like I did 5 years ago, I am curious to see if there is something to work off of that, what that thing would even be. By the way, at least we're partially right about Dente's death. Now I wonder how he will get Master Gavv. Yeah, now I'm kind of wondering too, because it does tie into the Gochi pod somehow. I wonder, is it gonna be like a thing where he won't even need 100 Gochizos anymore? But more importantly, how is he gonna trigger it? Because if he already knows that he could trigger it now, he would have probably used it by now. I wonder if Suga is even still alive. I don't know. I don't care. Not a fan of Suga. Not tired of this town. Tired of myself. Blah blah blah. I want to move on. What's Nielva up to? I was disappointed by the lack of Glotta kicking butt this week. Never imagined I'd root for her. Well, you don't have to root for her, but you definitely don't have to root for Lysel either. They're both pretty evil characters. I can't wait to see them both be defeated, hopefully in a way that's well written. But I have to say, just because we don't know enough about Lysel, from what little we do know, I feel like she is much more sinister than Glotta, so the quicker we get rid of her, the better. But man, can you imagine if Longo ends up being defeated before Glotta, though? And more interestingly, would Longo be the reason why we unlock Master Gavv? Like, ooh, you know, it'd be interesting if Master Gavv was somehow related to Shoma's dad. I know that's something I mentioned offhandedly, like way back when, but it would just be interesting because a lot of work Shoma has experienced was all in part of Dente. And I know Shoma's motivated by his love for his mom, but it'd be interesting if somehow his relationship with his father will somehow be the reason he gets his final form. I'm just saying, if they do develop the relationship between Shoma and his father, that means that Gavv did more with this plot point than Gotchard did. And Gavv has less reason to do so. Gavv did nothing to build up did nothing to build up his dad. It's like from jump. We already knew. He is full Granute. He is Dente's nephew. He is also the father of the stomach siblings, which makes Shoma their half brother. And that's all we need to know, really. Like, he's the only reason that the stomach siblings weren't able to do anything to Shoma and his mother. But as soon as he died, that's that was what they needed in order to kill Shoma's mom, and Shoma was able to escape in the process. Freaking Ichi knows he's dead. All we know is that he existed. We got that Hohenheim nonsense, but that's it. That's all we know about him. Anyways, that's it for the comments, guys. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. And share our videos because it helps us out with the algorithm. We only need 100 more subscribers on YouTube in order to reach our 3,000 subscriber checkpoint. I can't wait to see what we will do when we get there. We will announce it when we have, like, I don't know, maybe like 2990 subscribers, maybe. Yeah. But one thing I do know for sure is you could check us out. You could check out all of our videos. We got Ultraman Z starting this upcoming Monday. We did Ultraman Classic, but we just finished that this week, and you can watch the entire 10 episodes right here on our YouTube channel. On Wednesdays, Kamen Rider Gavv. Thursdays, #1 Sentai Go Juger. And then Sundays we are kicking it with the original Kamen Rider. We're doing episodes 59 through 64. That's 6 episodes of butt kicking, grasshopper action, and yeah, we're gonna try to finish that 3rd arc as quickly as possible so we can watch that second movie and then finish that final arc so we can get to that last movie, and then we'll spin that wheel. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while before we get there. It's gonna take another 2 months, but we'll be there. We'll be there. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at Pasadena Comic-Con on May 24th. At the Pasadena Convention Center for Pasadena Comic-Con. We just got approval for our press badges, so me and Leo will definitely be doing some awesome videos there. Also, check us out at the Burbank Marriott at June 8th for Robo Toy Fest, which will feature none other than all 3 actors from from one of the oldest tokusatsu, from one of the actually the very first tokusatsu I've ever watched, VR Troopers. Can't wait to see all three of these awesome actors together at last. And um, what's it called? What else we got? Okay, so June 13th, we got to the 15th at Atlanta, Georgia. We got Ranger Stop and Pop. While we won't be personally gonna be there, but you know who will be? All six Mystic Force Rangers, and that's going to be at the Omni Hotel. Definitely book your tickets there. While we're not going to be there, we hope you will be. And of course, our very own Jake will be going to G Fest, which will also be in the month of June. Um, that's it as far as upcoming conventions go. We'll keep you guys updated if any new ones show up. And of course, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do various movie and TV reviews. We are currently posting shorts for the series Gundam GQX. And if you want to follow me on my personal content, you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto. With all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your mercy kids, hug your loved ones, and enjoy these delicious, as Sasha Baron Cohen would say, these very thin pancakes. Let's faire compromise, non? 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 Well, au revoir.